Hello everybody. Today we will be coloring from Queens of Poland. This is a coloring book by Krystna Nowak. This is her second coloring book. Now I purchased this book off of Etsy. I'm not even sure it's still available, but I know you can buy it in a few places like Bocus. I think you can still buy it at Etsy. Krystna Nowak also has an Etsy shop where you can buy various pages from her and as PDFs, so you can buy them that way too if you like a certain image but you don't want to pay for the book. So this is a hardcover, so just so you know, I really love this book. I love the portraits in it. So today we will be coloring in this with Prismas and Pablos. See, this was the very first one I ever did in this book, so I just love the way the colors all came out in it. And I think I used some Tombow irritants in this picture. I did this one on camera. But I think we'll do this one today. Well, she was German, so. So this is a picture we have done, and this is Oda of Mason. She was born in Germany. Oda was the fourth wife of Boleslav the Brave, the first king of Poland. Their marriage was arranged to appease the Polish-German relations. As with most political matrimonies, it was not a happy one. She based these women on real historical women, so it is a bit of a historical book. Now this is pale yellow. I like coloring in these Krystna Nowak's books because they're really nice paper for pencils. I have not tried to watercolor in these yet, so because I'm afraid to damage the page beneath them, but I suppose someone who's a lot more braver than me would try that in this book. So you can see what I'm doing with the yellow. This book is great to practice skin tones, hair strokes if you want to really learn those hair strokes. See, with this camera I can move in a lot closer so you guys can see what I'm doing with my strokes. And this is a pale yellow Pablo pencil. And I'm going really light, or as light as I can go. With the hair. Because this is just the first layer that we're basing. So we're applying what you call a base layer to the hair. This is a lot of fun to do these books because it's just a really pretty book to work in. Now I'm going to put this away. And this color is called yellow. The thing with portraits is you can color them a lot of different ways. Her hair is going to be brown, or light auburn brown. I like working in this book because it has some really pretty hair in it. The paper in this book is like really a nice. I like this because the strokes are kind of done for you. You just have to follow the line in it. See, this is pretty. With pencils, you can layer a lot more than when you can layer with markers. Look at that hair. You see how the hair now is starting to come a little bit more. The problem sometimes is when you get leaves with hair or vines with hair, it's hard to tell where the hair sometimes begins and where the vines end. So, you know, everything has been kind of really busy in my house with getting ready, moving things. Like, I recently had to go through my clothes. I'm like, just was amazed how many clothes I had to get rid of that don't fit me anymore. And I'm like, some clothes I've had for years. Just like, so was my mother. My mother went through her clothes too. She had a lot of clothes that she hadn't worn in a really long time. But I suppose that's good in a way, because then you know what you have and what you don't have. So I'm looking for a color. That'll do. The thing with my Krystnas is sometimes that they, I use my Krystnas a lot. Oops. That was me not doing the sharpener, right? This happens sometimes. Sorry about that. This is Sunburst Yellow. And have fun, and don't be afraid to mix certain brands of pencils with each other. I find that I like with Krystnas that they work well with everything, with a few exceptions. But Krystnas really are a very versatile pencil. I find that they work very well with the polys, the Pablos, the luminants. Now, some people said they really hate the Krystnas, but I love Krystnas. You know, when I first got them, I wasn't very good with them, but then I learned that you can use them to layer a lot of different colors, getting some really nice effects. But you know, that was after I had watched a few people use their Krystnas. When I first started coloring with them, I wasn't really layering. I was really doing what you call straight coloring or flat coloring. And this is Sunburst Yellow. It's funny because this looks totally different on the paper than it does in the camera. Hold on, guys. I'm going to just add some light to this. Let's see if it just needs a little bit more light. Nah, that doesn't work, does it? Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to see if I needed more light. I didn't really get a chance to work in this book as much as I would have liked to have worked in it. You know, when you have a lot of books like I do, it's sometimes hard to figure out which books you really want to color. And then there's those books that come up in the season, you're like, oh, I want to color that, I want to color that. So you understand what you may want to color, but you may not want to color. Now this is English red. The thing is, I never know what I'm going to get when I color. I have an idea of where I want to go. Some people are like such meticulous planners. They're like, no, you must do this, you must do this, you must do this when you color. I'm not like that. I plan a little bit, but not a lot. Like when you're doing tutorials, yes, you do plan that. And I really respect the people who do those massive tutorials on YouTube. I know we're probably going to spend half this video on hair and skin. I already know this is going to be blue and green. This is a Pablo. I use this color quite a lot. This is English red, but it's like a brown. It's one of my favorite colors. Yes, and every once in a while you do have to sharpen your pencils because they do get dull. So we gotta figure out what we're doing here for the little thing here. See how pretty the colors are coming out? It's coming out looking a little brownish red, but that's not really the color, but remember, you can always use a white pencil if it gets too dark in your colors. White always is a good lighting to get light. If you don't like the color and it comes out too dark, you can always use a white pencil. I learned the best white pencils are the Krystna Color White, the buff titanium white from Luminance, and the ivory pencil from Polychromos. Those are really the best 3 white pencils I've used for lighting up something. You know, I've been enjoying The Boys. I'm kind of wondering how they're going to end the season because it's only 1 more episode left. So I have to wait till Friday for that season to come out, for the end of season 2. But I've really enjoyed it. Like, they dropped the first 3 episodes and then it was weekly, so it's really like... So you see how the colors are all now starting to come together. Hold on, guys. Someone's at my door. I have to stop this for now.